What is up, DTube Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk a little bit quick about TikTok, which is an app on Android and iOS that I see some people say, oh, it's the next Instagram, but I want to talk a little bit about why it's not the next Instagram. So it's called TikTok, and I mean, basically, just as that Instagram is noticing, just as Snapchat is noticing, they're noticing that the trend is going from photos to videos. That's why you can do Snapchat stories, Instagram stories, and all these more animated graphics. Like, yeah, they're starting to realize, okay, people want to do like 10-second videos and all this, but okay, so the trend is moving towards more video. Something that YouTube has been doing a very, very long time. They have been knowing a long time that, okay, video is the future. Okay, so TikTok is basically an app, kind of like Instagram, but just with more sort of video content. The problem is, though, it's usually just 10-second videos, and it is like Snapchat or it is like Instagram stories, and I don't think this is the future because it's just short form content, and I don't believe short form content is the future. If you look at YouTube, you can see many videos now are 1 hour long. The content is not getting shorter, it's actually getting longer. And we know that, like, how do you make proof of brain with Instagram? How do you make proof of brain with TikTok? You can do these fast things to get some quick attention, and yeah, maybe you get some short-term followers. I mean, this is just as we've been doing on YouTube a long time with clickbait. This is not something new. It was something that we did 10 years ago. But it seems like people think it's, oh, we found the next thing. Well, we can do clickbait, like short form, super fast video content. And now because people have faster smartphones, it looks like they discovered something new. But it's like, if you really use proof of brain as we're doing on DTube, Steam blockchain, we can see that what people actually want is higher proof of brain value that actually makes their life better. And sure, quick entertainment can be good, it can be a little bit entertaining, but would anyone want to pay for that? Would anyone want to like support you with like real value, like token value, with that like quick fast-paced content that just takes a few seconds to do? Or should you instead try to create a little bit more proof of brain systems? And this is obviously something that we've been knowing with Steam blockchain. We see where it's going. Okay, we see that there is a demand for a place where people put in a little bit more proof of brain effort into making content, or just looking at the world, just trying to perceive the world a little bit more, and really trying to give value and really try to maintain the ecosystem. The problem with these TikTok, Instagram, and stuff like that, Snapchat, is really hard for me to see how they're gonna maintain quality. Because without tokenized solutions, you only have this clickbaity thing. And sure, you can get super many followers super fast. Maybe someone clicks on your thing super fast. Maybe they see your 10-second video super fast. But you're just gonna be drowned, okay? What I mean with drowned is you're gonna be drowned in other people doing that same thing super quick. Like, while you can never really grow your influence in a great way, because followers is very old. Like, it's the old thing. Likes as well is the old thing. Influence from the person itself is the new thing. How do you get influence? Well, you have to use a lot of proof of brain, and you have tokens that you're getting from proof of brain. Same the way DTube is working, the way Steam blockchain is working, is you actually have to think. Like, you actually have to think to get these tokens, and then you have influence. Like, you have real weight influence that is backed by brain, and that is great. Yeah, you can argue in some ways that, yeah, you need some brain also on TikTok, you need some brain on Instagram, but how do you retain the value? You can get 100,000 followers on Instagram, something like that, but does it really have any real value, like monetary value? Like, sure, you can get some sponsors, you can get something externally, but you don't have any tokens. You don't have any system. You don't have anything to show for it right now. You have to find people on the outside and try to convince them that you have value. While with proof of brain solutions, it's obvious that you have value, because it's like the value is there. You can see the tokens, you can see the great content, you can see that someone actually put in some effort into trying to maintain an ecosystem. How do you know, like, when there's a lot of craziness that gets posted on other platforms, it's like you automatically get associated with it, as well as that platform, the brand of that platform is probably getting worse. Like, if they're not using proof of brain, and when people can just do anything and be like, yeah, they can get likes, and it's like it's like a simulation of like fake fame or something like that. But it's not really, it's not something that retains value. You don't gain any interest on the value. So eventually all these platforms has to move to proof of brain. I mean, eventually they're going to find these blockchain solutions, and they're going to say, well, this is pretty obvious that this is better systems, because you can build something more long term, and that's great. So a lot of people think that, like, if everyone can do 10-second videos, what is going to be the value of that eventually? It's not going to be any value. There's not going to be a way to sort of stand out, because everyone can already do the same thing. While with proof of brain, you actually have to invest real time and energy, even a year or two, to understand something. Even though it's going to get easier, for sure it's going to get easier, but it's good to have a system where you can measure the people actually investing a lot of time and energy. I don't know, like, if a person is doing a 10-second video, I don't know if they're gonna hang around. I don't know how invested they are in a system. I don't know if they're serious. Like, if they can, like, if you use logic, why wouldn't you do longer stuff? Like, longer is more value. And in an abundance age, it basically means you should be able to create abundance to other people. So it's very, very, very interesting to consider this. So you can have these systems like TikTok, and sure, it's a little bit more animations, it's a little bit more cool graphics, but you want to find the highest quality value stuff possible, and then you have to move to some blockchain system, right? So that is something that is kind of nice to sort of clarify, because right now a lot of people are even unaware that these systems exist, and that they have been existing since 2016, at least the Steam blockchain. It's very, very interesting. So the long tail, as I talked about in the past, is going to be extremely interesting, because clearly video is not going anywhere. Video is just going to be more and more and more, especially now with the quad cameras, the triple cameras, the dual cameras. It's going to increase, right? So it's the value is going to be there. It's going to be worth it to invest in long form video, or at least like 3-minute stuff, because even 10 years ago, that was like when YouTube started to go, oh, you can do above, like, I think 15 minutes or something like that, or maybe they went from 10 minutes or 3 minutes to like 10 minutes, and then they went to 50 minutes, and then they went above 50 minutes. That basically means you should be able to do longer form value, right? And then eventually probably a machine is going to be able to do it better than you, but then you can also use proof of brain. And it's not like, yeah, sure, TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that, they are creating value, of course, but they have no way of retaining it. they have no way of having the proper foundation, the proper bottom layer infrastructure that actually keeps things up a longer time. It's like if you want to build a pyramid or something like that. If you're only using sand, I'm not sure exactly how you build pyramids, but if you only use like sand or something like that, like you need something hardy, like you need some stone. You need something that sort of, you need some blocks, okay? You need some blocks. You need a blockchain. Then these systems would get extremely interesting. If they create some blockchain or stuff like that, and they can actually show that they can have a functional system going, that would be cool. Like, but it's really hard for me because it's hard for me to see they kind of go over to that dimension, because I mean, eventually all this whole monetary system and stuff like that, I mean, it's so, everything's like so closely connected, and most people are not aware of a lot of stuff right now. So it's very hard to see that sort of the mentality they are in like, oh, short form content, do 2010 again. It's really hard for me to see them sort of be able to transition easy to this blockchain stuff, because it really is like they want to relive 2010 or something like that, and it's like, no, it's like we're moving into 2020s. It's like blockchain, crypto, this is like the future. Like this is 2020s, okay? Like we're not doing 2010 again. No, it's just long form, high quality value. It's tokenized systems. It's people getting actually real value with no middle hands. Like, that's 2020. So yeah, that's what I want to talk a little bit about today. So TikTok, short form content, I don't really believe that's the future. It's just going to be long form content, tokenized systems, and that's going to be awesome. Yeah. Have a great day, DTube and the Steam blockchain. Bye-bye.